iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to Florida. This is Pensacola, Florida. It's the home of the Snowball Derby right here at the Five Flags Speedway. You are watching Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. I'll be your host here tonight in the virtual Turn 3 Racing Network studios. My name is Roger Muth, and race fans, it is the second to last race of the season here with Red Light Racing. It has been one heck of a season so far here for season number 3 with the SK Modified Series. And boy, talk about a championship that has, well, not all been wrapped up, because there is still a chance as we are here tonight. 2 drivers come in within 25 points of each other. Your points leader of Max Terriot, he's the one that has the 25-point lead over the hometown boy here tonight of Dalton Williamson. He sits 25 points back. But the man who's had the hot shoe as of late, it's the driver of the number 24, it's John Whitendorf. He is 31 points out. He has picked up 2 wins back-to-back. He won back at the Nashville Fairgrounds, was able to pull up a win again last week at the Las Vegas Bull Ring. So will he be able to continue to close that gap, or will the wily veteran of Rex Hoyle, who is only 33 points back, will he be able to close in? That's going to be a tough order. I think the cutoff is really right there between Dalton Williamson and Max Terriot. 25 points once again separate the top 2 in those championship standings. But then there's that old little guy back here. It's the Joe Strano, number 43. He is sitting 5th in the points championship coming into tonight. So, 36 points. It's just a tough order for Joe Strano, Rex Hoyle, or John Whitendorf to be able to close that gap. We'll take a look, though, and we're keeping a close eye on it over the next 2 weeks right here at the Five Flags Speedway, and then next week for the season finale at the Richmond Raceway. But right now, these guys are currently in their qualifying session. There was, I believe, it was 27 drivers tonight that have logged in here at the virtual Five Flags Speedway to do battle. Don Kohnman, the late model driver, the Swagger In machine, he is currently our provisional pole sitter. 22 drivers have taken times here tonight. One of the drivers down there, we talked about Dalton Williamson. He is second. He's the hometown boy down here, the driver just out of Tampa. So we'll see if he can pick up a good win here tonight. Blade Timmons is back in action here with the Checkered Flag All Display SK Modified Series. So it's good to see him back in action. He's been back for, I believe it was, he raced last week, and here he is again this week. So good to see the champs return. champ. It's the people's champ, I should really say, race fans. He finished second just a couple seasons ago here with the SK Modified division. 24 drivers. We talked about Doyle Lowrance and the news that broke earlier this week with the new Netflix deal that the Ravens graphics driver has. Currently, right now, he has not posted a qualifying attempt here tonight. 3 drivers have yet to post a time. It's Doyle Lowrance, Josh Buckley, and Tony Strano. They will be able to, though, turn a qualifying lap before tonight is over. So with 24 drivers on the clock, take a look at the left-hand side of your screen and see currently where they are all seated. Looks like about a minute and 30 left here in our qualifying session from the Five Flags Speedway. Five Flags is home of the Snowball Derby. Names like Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and a slew of other drivers just competing this year. Those are just your headliners. Well, tonight, you look through the timing and scoring, and you see names like Daniel Tobin, Brian Robinson, Rob Higgins, Tim Williams, Joe Strano, Max Terrill, and of course, Rex Hoyle, Blade Timmons, Sean Single. How about him? Those are some of the headliners coming into tonight that are looking to pick up a couple of wins here. How about this driver? Has been winless so far this season, Josh Buckley. He has not posted a win this season. This would be the first time in 3 seasons that he has not been able to pick up a win during the regular season. He's picked up a couple wins in the off-season before season 2 and 3, but has not picked up one here in season 3 just yet, and doesn't look like he'll pick up a pole either, as he will not get a qualifying time in. Race fans, under 30 seconds before we go 100 laps of racing here at the Five Flags Speedway. This is probably one of the best short tracks in the Southeast. So it does look like Don Coleman will take the provisional pole here tonight with just 20 seconds left. Race fans, I hope you're ready to go racing here in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. If you're up in the Ayer, Massachusetts area, make sure you stop by our friends over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply and hang out with their knowledgeable staff on any motorsport or regular commercial vehicle out there on the road today. They have the air fresheners, they have the shocks, they have the brakes, and they have, well, the interior detail stuff up in the shop to get you back on the road and looking good. But it does look like qualifying is officially in the books here tonight at the Five Flags Speedway. Let's go down trackside and get your 6 rings starting lineup. Your 6-ring starting lineup here at the Five Flags Speedway will look like this. It's the number 97 of Don Coleman. He will start P number 1. His teammate right next door to him, driver of the number 1, it'll be Dalton Williamson. Sean Single making a 3-peat for the Rev Esports team. There's Sean Single in P number 3. It's the number 23 out of Carolina, the late model driver of Blade Timmons. Rex Hoyle will start 54 in 5th position here tonight, with the championship leader, the 42 of Max Terrill, in 6th. Joe Strano will roll off from the 7th position here in his Green Forestry Supply entry. Then it'll be the RPM Motorsports number 31 of Michael Trevarthen. Rolling off 9th, hailing out of Canada, racing for the Rev Esports number 45, it is Tim Williams. Starting in the 10th position, driving the number 40, it's the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply of Rob Higgins. Starting back into the 11th position, driving the 37 NY here tonight, it's Brian Robinson. Out of South Carolina, driving the number 86, it is James Skelton. He'll roll off 12th tonight. 13th position, going to go to the driver of the number 94, it's the Twitch streamer, Daniel Tobin. Starting 14th, driving the super clean number 60 is Chris Hammett. Starting the 15th position, driving the racing school entry number 8, it is Dan Butler. Starting in the 16th position, that is Rob Jenkins. In the 98, Eric Stout will go 17th on the grid. It's Mike Taschereau, the number 33. He'll roll off in the 18th position. 19th here tonight will be Rob Haynes. Then it'll be John Whitendorf from the 24. He'll have a lot of ground to make up tonight. Brian Bianchi will go 21st. 22nd will go to the driver of the number 99. That is Mark Jenkins. Starting in the 23rd position, it's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 41 of Bob Higgins. Glenn Jamison in the 63 will roll off 24th. 25th, the Doyle Lowrance, Joshua Buckley, and Tony Strano will round out the field. Race fans, are you ready to go here tonight at the Five Flags Speedway? Because the iRacing.com pace car is down and off the racing surface. 100 laps, put it on the board. Let's go racing here in Florida. And a Great start there by the swagger in number 97. He'll lead down the back straightaway with Dalton Williamson in tow there in the second position. Sean Single going to slide up the racetrack. Almost a little wheel contact there. It'll be Coleman leading lap number 1 here tonight. With lap number 1 going into the books, it's going to be Coleman, Williamson, Single, Timmons, Hoyle. As Hoyle is just sitting there right behind him. It's Max Terriel in the 42 and the 43 there of Joe Strano. Strano has the inside with that green forest resupply number 43. Right behind him is going to be Michael Trevorrow. The battle for the race lead, though, as they work out of turn number 2. Here comes the number 1. It's the BK Paints entry. Dalton Williamson going to try and take the point away here on lap number 2. He'll come by. He'll lead this lap here tonight. And now Sean Single trying to work to the inside as Don Coleman has been stuck to the outside now. Does not look like the outside groove is really working all that well for the driver of the 97. He'll go from the lead all the way back to the 4th position. Now Rex Hoyle has the chance to take the American Tire Distributors number 54 around him into the 4th position, and it looks like he will do that. Everybody is lined up on the bottom here inside the top 5. Eric Stout, he's up the track down here in turn number 1. Stout going backwards. Now everybody trying to funnel their way down around the bottom of the speedway. There's Brian Bianchi in the Cole Peppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14. He'll slide up the racetrack. A little Nerf bar bag there at the start-finish line between those two drivers. Right now, Stout stuck on the outside. Bob Higgins in the STP Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 41. Looks like he's trying to make a move also. And now another driver stuck to the outside here inside the top 20. That is Rob Jenkins, one of the rookies this season. And the NOS Energy, number 98. To the inside of him, that is Mike Taschereau, the number 33, the Racing School entry. Now here comes the super clean number 60 of Chris Hammett. Hammett not just competing this year, as he got a little tight down there. Car went straight. Now he's going to hit the wall. Mark Jenkins. Now Rob Haynes, also in the number 25, going to scrape the inside wall. Then he goes scrapes the outside wall down along the start-finish line. Down to his inside, coming out of turn number 2, goes the number 6 of Eric Stout. These drivers are all battling outside the top 20 currently. That's the number 63 Raven Graphics entry. That is Glenn Jameson working to the inside. Now the DraftTop.com number 2 of Joshua Buckley rolling the inside of the speedway. That is Doyle Lowrance right now in his Raven Graphics. RacingJobs.com number 7, who is trailing the field with a brand new paint scheme here tonight. But this time by, it'll be 10 laps in the books, and it is Dalton Williamson right now who is holding on. Sean Single holding off the Wiley veteran, the late model driver, the number 23 of Blade Timmons. Good start here tonight from the Five Flag Speedway for all these drivers. Everybody is minding their P's and Q's and working the bottom of the speedway. It's the place to be. Here comes Blade Timmons. He'll take a peek out of turn. Won't have the momentum, though, built up to go into turn 3 to the inside of Sean Single. Single going to slide a little bit out of turn number 3. Here comes Blade Timmons. He'll work to the inside of the speedway. So now Sean Single on the highpoint.com. Number 11 will work the outside. Here comes Rex Hoyle. He'll throw it down to the inside there, maybe slide up the track just a little bit. Doesn't look like contact did really anything at all. Just two drivers trying to find their spot down to the bottom. One driver down on pit road, it looked like for a moment. That was the 25 as he was thinking about coming down. I think he was just all sorts of out of shape. That's the number 25 of Rob Haynes, the driver out of California. So Rob will just funnel back in line here and see if he can find a hole. Joshua Buckley going Nerf bar to Nerf bar with the number 32 of Tony Strano. Tony, remember, comes in this season here in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series as a rookie. Does not have a lot of short track experience, but he's out here. Oh, one of them sideways on the bottom there. That's number 63. Famous graphics entry of Glenn Jameson. Glenn just competed in the 24 hours at Daytona with Red Light Racing a couple weeks back and was able to do really well turning left and right. One of them going around, I believe that's the 8. Couple of them. Cole Peppers, number 14, also involved here on the front straightaway. Brian Bianchi, Eric Stout, look like Mark Jenkins and Dan Butler also. Everybody trying to find a way around. First caution flag here tonight at the Five Flag Speedway will fly here on lap number 17. Take a look back here. There you see the number 8. There you see the 99. Oh, the 99 gets loose down on the bottom. And actually, another incident that happened just out in front of this group, the 33 of Mike Taschereau, looks like he got turned around also. And he was able to keep going. What happened to Taschereau here? Watch number 33. Oh, looks like the 89 there of Jenkins was, right into the backside. The two wrecks here in one. There's the Culpepper entry, comes sliding in there. Thatcher was able to get her fired back off, and he'll lose a couple of spots, but I don't think his car's going to be all that hurt very much. Brian Bianchi, though, came in sliding. He might have the worst out of the two. Let's see if we can take a look back here. Let's see if we can ride on board here. On board Brian Bianchi. He gets tagged from behind, and right there he slides into the 33 in the front straightaway. So, caution flag number 1 coming out here with a slew of drivers on the front straightaway, all tore up together. A couple of them that have come down to pit road. Looks like Eric Stout and Mark Jenkins, both their motors have expired here tonight. Dan Butler also coming down there. You see a lot of smoke out of all these cars. Brian Bianchi and the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. Number 14, he is also going to be sitting down on pit road. So a good start to the race here, though one caution flag has flown here in the first 20 laps of this one. Dalton Williamson was able to come up, take the race lead, and then hold on to it after the 97 of Don Coleman actually slipped up. Coleman fell all the way back to the 8th position. So it'll be Williamson and Blade Timmons, Rex Hoyle, Sean Single, Joe Strano, Max Terriel, Michael Trevarthen, Don Coleman, James Skelton, and Tim Williams. Your top 10 here when we do fire back off. I believe we did get the 1 to go signal that time by. So just next time by, we will drop the green flag once again and get these thundering V8s back down into the corners here tonight in Pensacola, Florida. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series here for Red Light Racing. It is only 2 races left. This race here at the Five Flags Speedway, and of course next week at the Richmond Raceway. iRacing.com pace car down and away. The green flag back out in the air. We're racing once again here in Florida. Great start by Dalton. Great start by Blade, though. Rex Hoyle, though, will be able to peek to the inside here out of turn number 2. We'll be able to stick down to the bottom of 3 and 4. He should be able to. One of them going to go around. That's going to be the 45. Tim Williams has gone around to the BK Paints number 45 to bring out the second caution flag of the night. I think he may have had some help, race fans. The way that car entered the corner, it was all sorts of out of shape and wobbly, and, well, we'll have to wait for the truck to tell us they have that one queued up. He was running in the 10th position when we took the green flag and come back around. It will fall all the way to the 23rd position, the last car running on the lead lap. Take a look back here at Tim Williams. We'll point out the caution flag. That's the 37NY. That's going to peek to the inside, and right there, contact. Right front, left rear. Sends the 45 up into the outside wall. Off the back end camera here, the deck lid. Just like that, turned around, goes the 45 into the outside wall. It was rear end contact, though, to the outside wall, so I believe he should be pretty well yet. I mean, they do get the bumper bars back there. Take a look at it here one more time, see if we slow it down. Watch that blue and black BK paints number 45, the red and black 37. Down into the corner they go, and just the slightest of contact there from that right front into the bumper bar, and around goes the 45. So called a 2-car incident there. As you see, also the 25 on Rob Haynes. He'll make the way around. As you see, Tim Williams, driver out of Canada, will start now shotgun to the field. Still sitting down on pit road is going to be Dan Butler and Brian Bianchi. Their nights aren't going to end the way they wanted to here in Pensacola, Florida. It's been a rough season for Brian Bianchi so far. Dan Butler also the storm magnet, also going to call him the crash magnet here as of late on the iRacing.com platform. You talk about people that have had bad luck, Dan Butler's name is at the top of that list. Boy, it's just not been the season here with Red Light Racing that Dan Butler was hoping for. He was a champion a couple seasons back here on iRacing.com in a super late model series, and ever since then the magic just has not been in the right shoe for the driver of that number 8. So now this time by, the iRacing.com pace car does turn the lights off, so it'll be 27 laps completed here tonight out of the 100 scheduled here at the Five Flags Speedway. Coming into the night, remember we talked about Max Terriel, Dalton Williamson, John Whitendorf, Rex Hoyle, Joe Strano. Your top 5 in the championship points, all 36 points separated each other. Right now, all those drivers are out onto the speedway. Dalton Williamson is leading this one. Strano, Hoyle, and Terriel, and Single all inside the top 6. Green flag back into the air. We're racing once again here at Five Flags. Oh, a little contact there that time from Dalton Williamson and the number 23 of Blade Timmons, almost 3 wide there as Joe Strano's taking a peek to the inside, trying to hold that 31 of Trevarthen back there. Doesn't want him to peek to the inside, give up a position. But Blade Timmons loses 1 spot to Rex Hoyle for the time being. Now he's going to pull side by side with one of those rookies. That's the number 11 of Sean Single. Single pulling up to the inside, driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts. Now here comes Timmons. Timmons going to try and cross over, move down the front straightaway. Blade now has the inside advantage. As out of turn number 2, he'll take that spot right back. And now here comes the 43 of Joe Strano into the mix. Can he get to the inside of Single? He will not. Single slams the door. He'll have to ride there for the time being. The Slim Jim entry. Driver out of South Carolina. It's the number 86 of James Skelton. He is sitting right there, running in position number 7. He just got around the number 31 of Michael Trevarthen. And oh boy, where the heck did the old boy in that number 24 come from here already? This driver buried way back. Oh, one of them going to go around. One of them going around. I believe that's the Tony Strano entry, and there's another one turned around down there. I believe that was the Chris Hammett entry. And Glenn Jameson also going around. So 3 cars involved that we know about. We're going to see what the replay tells us. So that's going to trap Tony Strano 1 lap down in the timing and scoring charts. So 3 early cautions here in the first 30 laps of this one. A little bit of a rough get-go. Especially if your name is Tony Strano now, wrapped up in this 3rd caution flag of the evening. Truck tells us they have it. Let's watch Tony Strano here. See what happened. There you see him in the black number 32 down the back straightaway. What happened in front of Strano? Strano spins it out there. It's Rob Higgins. He's just barely missing. Jameson and Taschereau get involved. Taschereau just the unlucky bystander. Along with Glenn Jameson, it looks like his motor did actually expire. Right on board here with the checkered flag auto supply onboard camera. This is with Mike Taschereau. Taschereau gets contact, and he actually locks it down pretty well. I don't think he got too much damage. We'll find out when we go back racing, though, if Mike Taschereau has a lot of damage. I believe it was Glenn Jameson involved along with Chris Hammett. It looks like Hammett's car just went right off the screen. There you see the super clean number 60 to the outside. And right there, he's gone. Off screen. Hard contact for Glenn Jameson. He'll blow the motor in the number 63. His night will be done here at the Five Flags Speedway. So for 3rd caution flag flying here. Take a look at the running order. Dalton Williamson, Rex Hoyle, Blade Timmons, Sean Single, Joe Strano, Max Terriel, your top 6 drivers here. couple drivers getting back out onto the speedway. It looks like Brian Bianchi's back out here. It looks like the number 8 of Dan Butler out of the racing school. He is back out onto the speedway. A couple spots that they can pick up right now because Glenn Jamieson and Chris Hammett both sitting down on pit road. Tony Strano's back rolling in that number 32 machine. He'll tag the rear of the field. They're going to double them back up as the lights go back out once again. We're racing. To be 37 laps officially completed here tonight. Will the driver out of Tampa, Florida be able to hold off now? The wily veteran, driver of that number 54, out of Kernsville, North Carolina, the 505 Motorsports racer of Rex Hoyle. We'll find out as they come back into the restart zone. Green flag back up into the air, and a great start by Rex Hoyle on the outside. That's the best start we've seen by anybody working the outside of the speedway. Their work out of turn number 2 going to be the BK Paints number 1 of Dalton Williamson, though, with the advantage. And then it'll be these 2 drivers now. Here comes Blade Timmons looking to see if he can take his second position back. At the timing and scoring stripe, it was Blade Timmons who took that second position back away from Rex Hoyle. Look at James Skellin. Practice times for Skellin here tonight were not very good. About mid-pack to maybe right around the 18th position. And now he has worked his way inside the top 10. He's inside the top 5 as he gets around the number 11 of Sean Single. Here comes Max Terrill also storming to the inside with that all-black number 42 entry. Rex Hoyle is struggling on the outside to find grip. He has a hole for the time being. Will he be able to get down in front of the 42? Max Terrill going to check up just a little bit. He'll allow that 54 to follow in line. That still leaves the number 11 of Sean Single stuck to the outside because there's the 31. Oh, Trevarthen down on the apron. He's going to get loose. White indoor pass to hit the hooks. Here comes Daniel Tobin now looking to the inside. Daniel Tobin with a message to his dad. Feel better. Dad out there watching. A little bit under the weather right now. So Tobin looking to pick up the 9th position there as he works to the inside of White and Ford. Right behind these 2 drivers, that's the hungry rookie. That's going to be the 89 of Rob Jenkins, looking to try and come up here and take a couple positions, work his way into the top 10 for the first time tonight. Coleman, remember, started up front. Now he's back here running in the 12th spot. So he dropped like a rock through the field. Rob Higgins is right behind them. It's a whole gaggle of cars here. Everybody out in front of this group has all gone single file as they follow Tobin. Whitenberg just can't seem to find a hole to get back down to the bottom. That's going to be very crucial here tonight. Whitenberg now looks like he's going to just insert himself in between Coleman and Higgins, so that'll put Whitenberg finding a home in 12th. Joshua Buckley picking up a ton of spots here early in this race. As we close in on the halfway point, the driver out of Massachusetts has moved up 11 spots. Did not get a qualifying time in here tonight. So he's trying to really work through the field. See him trying to work over the number 37 NY of Brian Robinson right now as battle up here inside as gets the 96 of Skelton. He was all the way up into the 3rd position. Worked himself up into 3rd, and now he's going to fall back as he's stuck to the outside. Sean Single really going to sail her off into 3. He's going to use those big tires on this SK Modified to get him turned into turn number 3. That's going to move Skelton back to 7. Cash and Rowe making a move to the inside. The driver out of the racing school at the Thompson Speedway. Cash Rowe, one of those rookies this season, had to work his way all the way into the B-class ranks in Oval before he was able to compete here with the Checker Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. Ever since he got that license, he has been here weekly and improving weekly. Right now, he is running back into the 15th position behind the number 2 of Joshua Buckley. Buckley tried to take a peek there to the inside of Daniel Tobin, was not able to make it work. He just falls back in line. Looks like the 45 of Tim Williams is back out here on the racetrack. He has been down the pit road to get some fresh tires and maybe a little bit of damage fixed on that number 45 machine, and now he has worked his way back up into 16th. Here comes Doyle Lovrance in the RacingJobs.com entry. beautiful car tonight, but it seems like it's down a little bit on power. The driver out of Spring, Texas. Puts himself 17th on the grid. But it's these drivers, nose to tail, 1 and 2. It's the youngster of Dalton Williamson. Right behind him, it's Blade Timmons. Both drivers here that are running 1 and 2 currently just after the halfway point home here tonight. Both of them have real-world driving experience. Both of them running late models down in the Southeast. Blade out of South Carolina, Dalton out of Florida. I believe I just saw just the other day that Blade Timmons got his late model lettered up with his 23 numbers. All black with the 23 on the side of it. He's getting geared up and ready to go. He did some testing this past weekend. Still continues to run here tonight at the Five Flags Speedway here on iRacing.com. Get some more seat time. Talking about seat time, this driver came in this season with some huge high hopes. He was able to park it in victory lane in the first race of the season at the Phoenix International Raceway. He's been able to hold himself inside the top 5 in points all season long. Looking to have himself a solid finish of the year. Sean Single, James Skelton, and Michael Trevarthen here have started to fade since we've been on this long green flag run. We went back racing with 37 laps completed tonight. The longest stretch of green flag racing we have seen. Whitendorf, remember we talked about him moving up 11 positions while he fell back, running into the 10th spot as Rob Jenkins got around him. Don Coleman still sitting outside the top 10. These two are getting reeled back in a little bit. Here comes Rex Hoyle. He's starting to claw his way back into the battle here. Right on board here with the American Tire Distributors, number 54, Rex Hoyle. That time by, he was the fastest out of the top 5 drivers on the speedway. Actually, he did set the fastest time on the speedway. But he always talked to Rex. He always likes when the track starts to get slick and rubbered up here with these short tracks, as he's able to really start to manhandle the car. It really fits his driving style. Well, now he's the fastest on the speedway. That time gave a little back to the front too, but he is there. He can see them. He can see the race leader. He knows what he has to do to get up there and battle with Dalton Williamson, because Williamson's going to start to get into lap traffic. There you see the number 8 of Dan Butler. He's down on power. He's out there still running laps, which is good, because Dan Butler just picked up a position last lap as he passed the number 63 of Glenn Jamieson. There goes the number 2 of Joshua Buckley. He finally got around the number 94 of Daniel Tobin there. Tobin now trying to hold off the number 33 of Taschereau. A lot of Taschereau fans tuning in here tonight. Right now, Taschereau has moved up 3 spots from where he did start. He was involved in the second yellow flag of the evening as he got turned around. And now he's worked his way back to 15. Remember, it was about 30 laps ago now that Michael Trevarthen slid the tires on that number 31. Taking a look at his times here over the last 5 laps, and he's actually been able to cool those tires off on this Menards number 31 and put up some very competitive lap times versus the top 3. Has about 3 seconds, though, if he wants to catch up to this trio, which is now a trio because Rex Hoyle is officially within about a car length and a half. All 3 of your leaders here separated equally. Doesn't look like Max Terriel has been closing as of much back here. He got around Joe Strano and then kind of hit a brick wall. Couple drivers off the racetrack here tonight. It looks like the number 8 of Dan Butler has pulled it back into the garage stalls. Also, Glenn Jamison, Chris Hammett, Eric Stout, and Mark Jenkins all are currently still sitting down on pit road. Getting hounded back here for that 5th position, that was Joe Strano. He's got a mirror full of that highpoint.com, number 11, Sean Single. Single, remember, comes into the night with a chance to close in on actually Joe Strano for that 5th position. 19 points separate number 11 of Single and the 43 of Joe Strano here. James Skelton trying to work back underneath that 31 of Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen just picked up that position for P number 7. He actually pulled away now. James Skelton maybe wore the good off the tires. Don Coleman worked his way back inside the top 10 for the first time now tonight after slipping outside the top 10 after starting up on the front row. Something happened to the number 42 of Max Terrill. He slid turn number 4, and he's going to lose a bunch of ground. He's all the way back here behind the 86. He'll go back to the inside on James Skelton, see if he can work it. Oh, tires are too hot. Not going to stick down to the bottom of the exit there on turn number 4. So Max Terrill, your championship leader, having some problems here as we close in on the end of this one. Under 30 laps to go here tonight at the Five Flags Speedway. 25 laps that time by, as now it looks like Dalton Williamson starting to open up a gap here over Blade Timmons, as Timmons has the 54 of Hoyle still all over the back Nerf bar of him. As Timmons slides a little bit off turn 4, maybe a little brush of the outside wall. It's not something you want to do with these open wheel machines. You don't want to go up and touch the outside wall. You knock the toe, you knock the camera out of these real easy. The car just will not handle the same way. Looks like Blade Timmons really has some major wheel input into that car coming off turn number 4. Looks like the handling isn't really there. Hoyle's going to take a peek to the inside down here into turn number 3. Caution flag going to come out, though. Whitendorf. And the number 24 has been turned around. Looks like there will be no three-peat here, because with 22 laps to go, he will go a lap down to the race leaders as he sits idle down in turn number 1. Field all coming by that number 24 of Whitendorf, and we'll have to take a look back here. This is our 4th caution flag of the evening. What happened to John? Oh, Don Coleman right there. Right front, left rear sends John Whitendorf around. Looks like the 97 gets a slight run down here. John tries to take a wide arc, and there's the 97 down underneath him. Spinning that 24. Does not hit the outside wall, which is fortunate for the number 24, except, well, there goes the race leaders, and now he is trapped a lap down. So the 4th time the caution flag waves here. A couple drivers should just take advantage of going to pit road. As we take a look and see who all just came to pit road. Looks like it all started with this driver coming to pit road. James Skelton came down. Blade Timmons looks like he came down, and he put 4 tires on. James Skelton put 2. Daniel Tobin also came down to pit road, driver out of Massachusetts. The California driver came down. That is going to be Rob Haynes. He put on 2 tires also. Don Coleman came to pit road, put 4 tires on his machine. Tim Williams came down, putting 2 tires on his car, and looks like another 2-tire stop there. Or actually, that was a 4-tire stop by Tony Strano. So we'll see if all these drivers can work their way back up into a solid finishing position here tonight. They're all chasing Dalton Williamson, Rex Hoyle. Sean Single now will take over 3rd with Joe Strano in 4th. Michael Trevarthen in 5th. Max Terrill will be shown in the 6th position as we get the 1 to go marker. It'll be officially 18 laps right now to go as we got that 1 to go mark. So it'll be 17 laps of green flag racing left here tonight. Williamson, the youngster. Hoyle, the veteran. Strano, single. Waiting for the pace cars down, waiting for the green flag, and it looks like Doyle Williamson maybe left a little bit early that time down there in the restart zone. We're going to have to see how that one sticks. He'll lead him off of turn number 2 here as the battles for that, well, looks like the 4th position. As here comes the 31 of Trevarthen. He'll get to the inside. Now here comes Rob Jenkins. He'll look to the inside of the Green Forest Resupply entry. Look at Joshua Buckley also move up through the ranks here tonight. Buckley's going to work underneath the 42 of Max Terriot. Terriot really wants to get down to the inside. Here comes Taschereau, and it looks like Terriot will get down in front of Mike Taschereau, and now the 43. Strano still stuck to the outside. One of them possibly going around. Caution lights are going to come back out on the speedway. Looks like Coleman's involved once again. Looks like Haynes and Whitendorf may also be involved. Take a look back. So, Coleman going to turn to 25, and Tobin with nowhere to go. Bianchi and Whitendorf all are able to check up there as the 25 sits idle in the front straightaway. Go back and watch the onboard camera here. That's on board the number 97. Looks like maybe Coleman got a little loose there as he went to make the pass, and man, it's just rough for Don Coleman coming back here after a couple weeks off on the iRacing.com platform. Took a couple weeks off to work on his race car, and that's not the way you want to. He came back last week. That's not the way you want to end another week here on the hooks. Take a look here and see tonight who is the biggest mover so far, and that driver is driving the number 2 here tonight. That is the driver of the drafttop.com checkered flag auto supply number 2 of Joshua Buckley. Winner at the Thompson Speedway here on iRacing.com 2 seasons ago. Picking up the prize package that night from the racing school. Josh Buckley got to attend the racing school over at the Thompson Speedway. Got to get behind the wheel of one of their modifieds. Or actually, I believe it was their late model he actually got behind the wheel of. Really wants to get behind the wheel of one of the modifieds. But, well, you know, see if the boss man of Mike Taschereau says something about that one. Right now, Buckley has moved up 20 positions. Every time we talk about Josh Buckley moving up the most positions here on iRacing, it seems something bad happens to him. So let's knock on some wood, race fans, and hope that nothing bad happens here to the old boy at the end of this one, because we're going to get the 1 to go marker this time by. The iRacing.com pace car lights will go off. It'll be under 10 laps of racing left. It'll be the number 1 of Dalton Williamson, Rex Hoyle, Sean Single, Michael Trevarthen, Rob Jenkins, Joshua Buckley, Joe Strano, Max Terriot, Mike Taschereau, and Doyle Lowrance inside the top 10. iRacing.com pace car down and off the racing surface. Everybody tightens them back up here once again. Now they're going to fire off. Perfect start by your front 2, and we're racing. 9 laps to go. Dalton Williamson going to lead us down the back straightaway. Everybody fighting back there for position number 2. There you see Sean Single working to the inside of Rex Hoyle. Hoyle now going to find a home. They're running in P number 3 as he was able to get down. There you see Jenkins That's Rob Jenkins and Michael Trevarthen and Joe Strano right there. Buckley moving back a couple positions as he's stuck to the outside. Oh, Buckley got to check it up there, and caution flag going to come out. Looks like Blade Timmons has spun the number 23 around. He's trying to get her pointed back into the right direction. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. He's going to take the toe to pit road. His night is going to end. So that's the 5th caution flag of the night coming out. Well, let's take the look. Oh, 45. Tim Williams turning around the number 23 going down into turn number 3. Rough one there from Blade Timmons. A little bumper hook there from that 45. Tim going to make hard contact with the outside wall there also. So now we're have to go to a shootout here. It should be a green-white checker, I believe. Maybe 3 laps if we're going to be lucky here, if the iRacing.com server is going to be nice enough. So right now it's sitting with Dalton Williamson, Sean Single, Rex Hoyle, Rob Jenkins, Joe Strano, Michael Trevarthen, Max Terrill, and Joshua Buckley. Your top 8. Dash Rowe and Lovrant still sitting there 9th and 10th. Well, let's see if we get the 1 to go here, or if we're going to get 2 to go. The lights stay on, so it's at least another 2 laps here of pacing. But race fans, we got to thank you all tonight for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the SK Modified Series tonight. It is the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series here for Red Light Racing on Thursday night. Just 2 races left. This one, which is just about at the conclusion of this race here tonight. And then we head to the championship race at the Richmond Raceway. Championship race will be brought to us by Nicole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe. A couple of the drivers actually are very familiar here in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series with that little cafe. I heard they have some really good muffins, so maybe one day I'll be able to get up there and try some of them, but it does look like it will be a green-white checker here. So it'll be 2 laps to go when the green flag flies. Will we get back to the white flag is going to be the question. Going to be the 2 teammates, the number 1 of Dalton Williamson and the number 11 of Sean Single here side by side. Green flag back up into the air. 2 laps to go here tonight. Good start by Rex Hoyle also. Down to that inside. The inside lane has had the advantage all evening long. Down the back straightaway they come. Out of turn number 4. It will be 1 lap to go here tonight, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. 1 lap to go. It is Dalton Williamson. He'll storm down the back straightaway. He just has to come back around here. 1 last-ditch effort. If you're going to be the number 54 of Rex Hoyle, it's not going to happen. It is going to be the number 1 of Dalton Williamson winning in his home state. Rex Hoyle's going to come home second. Sean Single, Joe Strano, Max Terrill, Rob Jenkins, Michael Trevarthen, Mike Taschereau, Brian Robinson, and Doyle Lovrant will finish in your 10th position. Results on the left-hand side of your screen are, of course, unofficial here tonight. But there's your winner. The driver out of Tampa, Florida, will win here tonight. His teammate, Sean Single, finishing on the podium. He'll finish 3rd. Oh, Daniel Tobin trying to come through here. And, well, that's not going to end very well for Dalton Williamson. I guess he ain't going to celebrate here tonight. Maybe his teammate to help him out. Well, as they figure out how to get the number 1 back on the wheels here tonight, it was a good show, nonetheless. 5 caution flags here at the 5 Flags Speedway. Finished in a little bit of a shootout, a green-white checker. Fireworks are going off tonight. Race fans, stick around for your post-race show brought to us by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, coming at you right after this message. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Five Flags Speedway. 100 laps of hard short track racing action is done here at the home of the Snowball Derby with the SK Modifieds here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series for red light racing. Let's go down trackside for your Checkered Flag Auto Supply post-race show with your top 3 finishers here tonight. Finishing her off, P number 1 tonight, and well, he wound up on his lid after the checkered flag after he tried to do some celebratory donuts for all you race fans here tonight. Dalton, you climbed out of this number 1, and it was a very clean car up until you tried to do some donuts here tonight. Tell us about that to start with.
I didn't see that guy coming, and it rolled over. That's all I know.
So you
wasn't
turtled
planned.
it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess that's one way. I guess at least the fans get to see some sparks out of this number 1. Tell us about tonight's race, though. You had to hold off some of the best short track racers here on iRacing. Rex Hoyle came to give you a challenge. You also had that number 23 of Blade Timmons right there hot to trot all night long. But you were able to hold off all contenders tonight.
I was really trying to set the pace and just save the tires out front. I saw Blade there at the last caution we had, I think it was. The caution before that, he pitted. So then I was worried about Rex because I saw Rex was coming there on the relative and saw that he had some tires left. So, I mean, the end of there, I was a little nervous that he was going to get underneath me. My car started going away and getting tight. Felt like I was burning the right front off it. But all in all, I think it was a good night.
You're able to lead, looks like about 94 laps out of the 100 scheduled here tonight. I guess you can call it a dominating performance. Before tonight, you were 25 points out behind Max Terriol. He's going to finish back into the 5th position, so that's going to be a good point tonight. Looks like you're going to go into the final round at the Richmond Raceway just next week with about we're going to call it a 15-point deficit. Can you make up 15 points in the final race of the season?
We're going to try and see what happens. I guess practice like I did this week and try to carry the momentum.
Well, you got the momentum here rolling out of the Five Flags Speedway. The red carpet is out. The microphone is yours, my friend, who makes it all possible on this number 1.
Most and foremost, I'd like to thank all the admin here, all the guys that show up every week and run here. It's a hell of a league. You for broadcasting, all at Turn 3. Review Sports, Don, Sean, Tim, all the guys over there. BK Paints, Platinum RV Services, McConey Setup Shop, and all the work they do on the open side of things. And other than that, not too many.
Well, there you hear it from the driver out of Tampa, Florida tonight. Dalton Williamson will win in his home state here in Pensacola, Florida. He'll, well, have to buff out a little bit of that roof now as it's all scuffed up after the checkered flag. We're calling his celebration here tonight. He finishes P number 1. Coming home in the 2nd position, driving the American Tire Distributor number 54. Rex, another solid finish here for you. It's going to propel you sitting 3rd in the championship standings, but it looks like it's going to be about a, well, 32-point deficit. That's a lot to make up going into the final round.
Yeah, sure is. We're going to give it our best shot. Had a great race tonight. Car was on a roll, and it was great running with Dalton and Sean and Joe. All them guys was great to race with. And what can I say?
Yeah, we saw you start to pick up the pace just about over the halfway marker home here tonight. This 54 really started to come alive. You were running 3rd at the time. You ran down the race leaders. At one point, it was Blade Timmons and Dalton Williamson. It really seemed like this 54 was the fastest on the speedway, but you just were not able to get around that number 23 at Timmons to really go contend with the number 1 at Dalton Williamson there on that long run.
Yeah, we had saved a little tires early on there, especially the right front, and was hoping there towards the end we could, give Dalton a run for the money. But, a couple cautions there kind of slowed the pace, and, it's just racing the way it goes. But we had a plan, just didn't work out.
Just didn't quite get to see that plan all unfold here tonight, but another strong finish for you, Rex, and this number 54. We know there's some sponsors on the side of this that make it happen every week for you.
Oh, yeah, we got to thank American Tire Distributors, Geppetto's Pizza and Ribs, and Tuxedos by Ted, and Turn 3 Network. Because, man, it's great going back and watching the show you guys put on also. It's great.
Well, there you hear it from the driver out of Carolina. It's going to be the number 54, Rex Hoyle. He's going to finish 2nd here tonight on our podium. Congratulations to Rex and the whole crew for having another solid top 3 run. coming home just outside the top 3, driving the number 11 machine, Sean Single. You started third here tonight, Sean, and you ran third at the end of this one, but it was not as easy as that. The scorebook's going to say equaled out for you, but man, you fell back all the way to the 10th position and had to rally back in late run.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough race once you got to the outside there. My car was starting to get super tight, so once everyone got the inside line, it kind of just started dropping back. I think that happened with a couple different guys on the track too. So overall, it was a good race, though. I'm glad I finished third.
Well, you came in looking for high hopes here. We talked just the other week. You know, you were able to pick up those 2 wins, and you were really excited. You said you were coming. You were going to try for this championship here. The beginning of the season, maybe not your strongest aspect as you transitioned into these SK Modifieds for the first time. But, man, do you still have a shot? It'll be about 45, I believe, if my math is right, about 45, 47 points.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a stronger start to the season. I'm kind of just hoping everyone wrecks next week, and maybe I can take home that championship.
Well, short track racing, you never know what's going to happen. But tell us, Richmond next week, how do you think that one's going to play out for you, as it's to be your first trip with the SK Modified to the Richmond Raceway?
I'm hoping it should be a good race. It's similar to Iowa, just with the track layout, so that's always been a strong track for me. And I feel like it might run the same as New Hampshire, just with like keeping momentum, keeping your foot in it, and making sure that you can get everything out of your car every lap. So hoping for a really good race next week. It's going to be a fun little finish to the end.
Well, it'll be a good one to see out there, Sean, but I know there's sponsors also on the side that help you out get to the track here.
Yeah, and I can't remember any of them. I need to start writing these down because I can never remember them. Got to thank like Dalton and the team, Tim, Don, what's that, Rev Esports. I want to thank my mom and dad too. They're watching. I have a friend Devin who I think's watching right now too. He was tuning in. Want to thank all the admins here. You know, Josh, you guys over at Turn 3 as well. You guys put on a great show, and I really appreciate everything you can do for us. So good finish. Excited for next week.
Well, there you hear it from the driver that can't get his sponsors right. We're going to write him a little note, race fans, for next week, so if he finishes on the podium here, he can remember all the sponsors on it. But that BK Paints, Platinum RVs, Rev Esports driver right there, the number 11 of Sean Single, will finish out the podium. His teammate of Dalton Williamson able to win, and Rex Hoyle, the veteran, going to slide in between the 2 youngsters there. He'll finish second here tonight at the Five Flags Speedway. Man, it was a great race here in Florida tonight, race fans. The lights came on, the stars came out here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. That just leaves now 1 race on the schedule. We will head north to Virginia. It's Richmond, Virginia will play host to the final round of the season. Right now, it will be Max Terriel, Dalton Williamson with under 20 points separating those two. Rex Hoyle will slot into third coming into next week, and then it will be John Whitendorf and Joe Strano. Your top 5 drivers possibly, as that's what it's going to look like, the playoff picture heading into the final round of the season. That's not all the red light racing action, though, this week, race fans, as we prepare for the final race at Richmond. We will also see you back on Monday night with more red light racing for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series when we whip out the 1987 Winston Cup machines. They will head to the Talladega Super Speedway. We bring you the short track racing action on Thursday, and we'll bring you the big, bad V8 ground-pounding 1987 Winston Cup cars just on Monday night. So if we don't see you on Monday night, race fans, we'll see you right back here on Thursday with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series for the championship night. Till then, race fans, we will see you at the races.